And now we're gonna get into Ready to Love.
Oh, I thought you were gonna keep singing. Oh, okay.
Oh, oh, you want to hear the vocals?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I sang the India.Arie version because I ain't got time for their version.
That's fine.
I am ready to love. Why are you hiding from me? Because
Ooh,
everybody's trying to get a deal.
facts though. Fact. This is the influencer season. Oh my gosh. This
Influential.
is the influencer season.
Hold up, because he tried to boo me, and I don't like that.
Personally, I thought it was fantastic.
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
yeah.
Ready to get on my nerves, okay? Ready to
Facts.
struggle, ready to everything. All right,
These are all valid. Yes.
let's get into Ready to Love. All right. Oh, girl, I got that. LJ, I got that feeling. Dad, and Little Black Book always play that clip, and it just cracks me
Oh,
up every
baby,
time.
girl, you know I got the feeling.
Hey, 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 hey.
Then all I see is you. Something like that. Oh
Yeah, that's
God.
exactly how it goes. I be trying to catch the beat in my head, so I can't never get it out right.
Damn. One letter short from MJ, babe. You're not him.
All
You're not
right,
him.
ready to clout chase. Let's get into these people. Who is these people? I don't even know.
No, for real.
um,
Can we talk about how last episode should have been a double elimination though?
go.
Because yes, Alonso Alonzo showed his ass. Absolutely. But Justice is not he's wasting our time.
All of
I
it.
will say he had a good moment with Looney this episode, but for the no, okay, well, okay, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. But I feel like for the most part, you're here to waste time. You're here to waste time, and I like it's very evident that you don't want to be here. So I don't even know why you're subjecting yourself to the process. And also, why is the process keeping him? Because the time he dipped out for his work thing, he was at the bottom. Then he had a little kiki with Tommy. He should have been gone then too. Then he was at the bottom. That same go done.
No lies told.
Oh,
No lies told. I really feel like they should have sent his behind home when he wasn't there, when he left for his grand opening. How many grand openings he got? Because he had a grand opening with Looney too. The grand reopening. He P Valley now. What's happening?
well,
Um,
hey.
I just don't know. I just don't get it. But no, Justin has to go. First of all, he was jumping. He can't jump on the trampoline, meaning he ain't got no stamina, and we don't need that. we
Now he
don't.
can't perform.
We don't need that.
Girl, he said his back broke, and you coming for his manhood. He said his back broke.
That still mean he can't. Never mind. So
There are some maneuvers. It ain't always gotta be put your back in there. Okay, there are ways. There are ways.
and then he showed up in his linen suit. Like, where's your hoochie daddy shorts at, sir? Where
I'm
was
dead.
his hoochie daddy shorts at when we needed them? They was they was
I'm so
not
tired
there.
of Justice.
But yeah. So I mean, we might as well just get into Justice since we already started.
Sure.
He gotta go. Like,
Yeah.
I will only say the only reason why I'm not gonna be so mad that he's there this week is because Zoe had to go. Like, he had to go. I think
Yeah.
they should have sent them both. But if someone had to go, it had to be Zoe. And now we could go ahead and get him up out of here. Okay. The whole free thing, I'm not really opposed to free dates, okay, like walks on the beach,
Yeah.
picnics and whatnot. But it's the simple fact that he doesn't want to even do anything to invest or romance and take you out, make you feel special. That bothers me because it's like, you don't want to date multiple people yet, and still you want a dating show to date multiple people. Make it make sense. Justice.
But like my criticism every year is people come in saying this is how I typically do things. Yeah, the way that you typically do things have led you to this situation. So what are we going to do different to get some different results? Like Justice does this in his regular life. He doesn't pursue women. He doesn't, fork out money for the dates, which isn't mandatory to make dates happen, but he doesn't pursue. So why do you think you're going to come on this situation, not pursue, and get different results from what you've been experiencing in the past? Like,
It's like, why does a grown man have to tell you to go ahead and get other people's numbers? And then you got the nerve to be mad at Katie for DMing you when she ain't have no other way to get in contact with you, sir.
And then it would be one thing, like you're saying, he didn't even have the numbers. If you're not a date guy, at least be a phone guy. You're not going to be a date guy and be a phone guy, and you're going to have a stush personality. We're tired. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Oh,
Been tired of him.
Get out. I can't stand him.
Me either. Hold on 1 second. You can keep talking.
Okay. Another thing about him that kind of irritates me is, I think, based off the way that he was introduced to us, that first episode where he was like, I was like, honey, and they were something. I think for him, he thought that I'm going to be the hot commodity of the season. As soon as he realized that wasn't the case, it's kind of like he's floundering now. Like, he's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know, whatever. And it's like, honestly, just focus on yourself. Don't try to be the hotshot guy. Don't try to be Vern put himself in the same situation last season. Mm-hmm. He thought, the women were coming to him. Oh yeah, I'm the hot commodity. He thought that means I don't have to try. You still have to put in the effort. You still have to pursue. And maybe you'll find your diamond in the rough. And even if you don't, at least you can say you gave it a proper try. That's what upsets me about these people. They get so upset about how the process was for them. But you look at their journey and you're like, and you thought it would end differently for you?
And how?
That doesn't make sense.
And how? Right. I don't. Justice just needs to go away. Like, he's the king of some castle that's somewhere, and no one's gonna go chasing after him and running after him. Baby, you don't even give anything anybody will want to chase after. You don't even give the women a glimpse of anything to be like, ooh, let me go see what he about. No, you don't even do any of that. Like, you're corny. And he thinks because he's, I don't know, because I want to say handsome, but his attitude is so trash that I don't even see handsome. Like, I feel like if we took the attitude out and we didn't know he'll be a decent looking guy, but his attitude just makes it all like, You think he's handsome?
I'm debating.
Are you flocking? Are you one of the girls flocking to the beat?
Oh, hell no. Oh, no. I was going to say, when I look at him, I fight the urge to say sis.
Oh.
But anyways. I'm sorry.
Is it the shirt being open with?
I don't know. Something about him just gives me. It's not even that it gives me like any kind of other sexuality. I'm not attracted to like metrosexual type.
Yeah.
So it's just that's not zesty. Thank you, Jen. It's zesty. Zesty. I'm not here for the zest. No.
But that's the thing. I just don't see it for him at all. And he needs to go. Like, next week needs to be his time. If it's no other time, next week needs to be his time. Period.
Yeah, I agree.
Point blank. So since Shakira is gone, how do you feel about her whole dynamic with dating, with the females, with everything?
I think that, so this was a debate we're having on my channel. I think that two things can be true.
Okay.
I think that she could be leading with her trauma, and the other women have also violated her trust. Absolutely. So apparently it wasn't just in that moment where Kadian had talked about what she had been going through. Apparently things were going through the grapevine off camera and all that stuff. So I could understand Shakira feeling like, here I am, a moment of vulnerability, sharing with you women, confiding in you women, not to report it to somebody else, but feeling like this is a sisterhood, and you know what it is. Like, even this episode, she said, I didn't think this was like a competition. I thought we were all just kind of doing our own thing. And if you match with someone, you do, but it's not like, oh, you match with them, how am I going to get their attention away from you kind of situation. But then again, constantly bringing up, it's kind of like the same thing that happened with AP last season. She
Mm-hmm.
would bring up her husband's passing so much that people start to feel like, do I even have a space in your life right now? Because you're holding on to somebody who, unfortunately, when people pass, they're like infallible.
Mm-hmm.
All the wrongs that they ever did, it's like they don't count because now they're gone, and it's a hard reputation to live up to. So with her still holding on to this trauma and all this stuff, it's kind of like, babe, there's some things you got to work out before you give another man your attention.
Mm-hmm.
And this episode specifically, I think she's identified with being a mom so much, and that's why the trauma with her son's father is so fresh for her, because she hasn't taken the time to develop, like, who is Shakira? What does Shakira want? It's always, I'm the mom, my 8-year-old. Oh, his father did this, so now I need to overprotect, which are all good things. She does need to protect her son. She does need to make sure that the past doesn't happen again. But if Shakira doesn't know what Shakira wants, and if Shakira hasn't healed from her past, she's not going to find what she's looking for.
I agree.
I heard the rumor that Musiq Soulchild is her ex. Is that true?
Child. All right. I'm going to read this comment and then I'm going to give you my opinion. Shanika said in a live that Shakira's situation is very serious and her trust was violated. It makes it confusing for viewers because we don't see what was said. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. And I've said it before. Y'all heard it. If it's something that serious and something that strong of a trauma, maybe you shouldn't go share it amongst people you don't know. Okay, it's been how many weeks? Literally, maybe 1 or 2. Like the second she spoke about her trauma on episode like 1 or 2, right into the camera. Like something happened. What I will say is that everyone's holding a secret as of right now, pretty close, because we still don't know what happened. Okay, so in that sense, I feel like they're doing a good job of holding her secret.
Definitely. Okay? Definitely.
So if we want to go to that extent, I don't think they violated too much. Maybe they should not have gone back and forth to other people. Totally understandable. But you got to also understand that when we are in this dynamic, how many times have you seen someone say, so how's your connection with such and such? Or how's your connection? So what's going on with your other connections? These conversations are happening. So let's not act like you can just walk into a room full of people. And that's like, I'm not going to walk into a room full of people that I meet in 1 week and tell them my deepest, darkest secret. Like, there's no way that's going to happen. If something happened to me, if I experience something, that's not the first thing I'm going to lead with. So I feel like she needs to do a better job at guarding herself when it comes to these experiences and things that she dealt with. But when she said, I came into this process with the idea that men wouldn't want to deal with me because of my trauma, it lets me know right then and there she should not have been here, because she has not gotten to that point where she's overcame it. It's one thing to experience something, deal with it, and overcome it, be able to tell your story, be able to put it out there, be able to, empower people who've been through the same thing. And there's another thing to be crying at every freaking episode because someone said something. Like, girl, get it together.
Yeah, I agree with everything that you said. Absolutely. To add on to that, I would say she did try to protect herself a little bit when the situation happened with Katie, and then she said, you know what, let me remove myself. So at least she's a little bit aware of the fact that when something is triggering, I don't want to put myself in a situation that's going to let me, experience my whatever. I still agree that she probably shouldn't have shared in the first place, but I have to give her a little bit of credit when she was like, oh, this looks like a trigger, let me up and remove myself. I don't think she should have been in the process to begin with. No. But we're here now, right? The other thing is, my mom always tells me this, and this applies to even relatives as well. As soon as something escapes your mouth, be content with the fact that you might have already just told 10 other people. So for me, if people have really been following me more than just the review stuff, you've heard me talk about my molestation. You've heard me talk about my depression. You've heard me talk about me wanting to unalive myself. These are all things that I am okay talking about. And so, yes, it is a trauma. Yes, it is a soft spot. But I would never feel like, how dare you violate me, if they went and talked about it, because I already knew if I'm putting it out there, I'm making myself susceptible to it spreading, and I'm okay with that. If she knew that it was too tender for her to feel away if it got out, She
Mhm.
should have kept it in a little bit longer. That's where I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say people can't share their traumas that are deep, because it's possible to share that and be like, I'm putting it out there because I'm genuinely okay with it, which is like me. That's why I kind of relate with her. Like, I'm very open with my trauma.
Mhm.
Like, I just said it on this thing like it was nothing. Like, I'm very open with my past, with my
Right.
traumas. Those things do not define me. They do not hold me back. But clearly, it's something that she's still struggling with. So until you resolve that, keep it here, babe.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no
Keep it
one
here.
walks into a room and just tells everyone like their deepest, darkest trauma. Like, there's so many things that we've all dealt with. I'm sure those women have dealt with certain things too
Oh
that
yeah.
they're not going out and telling everyone. And I feel like whenever you express something so traumatic to a group of people, you need to be able to stand in it and be able to help someone else in the process. I feel that, or go through therapy or whatever, but she was not ready for this process. The
Yeah.
thing about Shakira that bothers me though is that Shakira goes on the internet on Instagram, and she's dragging the girls, and she's being
Oh.
and she's doing little catty stuff with her and her friend. But then the whole season she's on the screen crying, and I'm like, girl, make it make sense at this point, because you can't be sitting here talking about people and dragging people by the edges, literally, and then when you on the screen you feel like you're being violated and your trust is being broken, and you're doing the same. You're over here being a blogger now.
This is news to me, because I
Yeah,
don't follow these people.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's what she's doing on the internet, on Instagram. She's dragging people by the edges.
I can see why Kaden has no sympathy for her whatsoever. I can see that.
Because that's the thing. It's like, even in I don't know if you saw the video, but the video that I did with Katie and was dragging her, where she literally said, "I will." What she said, "I will do something like, and I will do something like the weak bee that you are." I said, now that was a little too far, Katie, but that also
Hmm.
goes to Shakira. You need to learn how to use your discernment before you go out here and just put out
Absolutely.
your business to people, because you don't know these people, and everybody's intentions for you are not going to be
They're
pure.
not pure.
You
Yep.
don't know that about these women. They can be sneaky, envious. They can be, just nasty individuals, mean people, all these
Hmm.
things. And you're just going to just go put out your stuff out there to these people. You don't do that. You don't do
Yeah.
that. You don't know them. They haven't gained the trust, the access to you. And the same thing with those guys. They haven't gained the trust or the access to any of that about you. So for you to just go out there and be willing to put it out there and then act like, I don't know why anyone would say anything about me, and you're in the Instagram wilding.
Oh, girl, it's raining.
Oh, girl, go in the house.
Yes, but I'm here. Keep going.
But yeah, y'all. So if y'all didn't see the video that I made about Katie and Dragon Shakira, that is also on my page. Yeah, she dragged her really badly. And then because I was wanting to see what the live was about, she sent Katie and actually sent me the live. And what they were basically insinuating was that she was sleeping with, I guess, Swayze or whatever the case may be, which may or may not be true at this point because they're in a relationship.
Not you having the tea, honey.
Okay.
Okay.
So y'all go check out that video. But yeah, so that's my thing with Shakira. Like, even the last episode review I did with her, I wanted to handle her with care in her situation, but I also had to put her up on game. Like, you can't just be trusting people you don't know them. You don't know them. They don't deserve that access. She shows a lack of immaturity, lack of self-awareness, and lack of accountability. That's what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like. All right. I feel like Shakira has a change in her after the reunion. Something definitely went down. Child, we will have to see. Oh, I'm not gonna tell y'all who's in a relationship if you don't know. If you don't know, I'm not gonna tell you. But two people are already in a relationship, which bothers me so bad because it's all over Instagram, and it makes it so hard for me to be really, like, unbiased in my review, knowing the outcome, and it just sucks for me so bad. But if you don't know, I will not ruin it for you guys. But yeah, they already have a couple out on the streets. Anyways, somebody already spoiled, so I'm not going to spoil it for the people who don't know. Well, inbox me and tell me. I got you, Dominique. I got you, girl. I got you. So yeah, that's my thing with Shakira. I am happy that she is home. I hope that she is healing, and I hope that she finds an identity for herself outside of her child.
Yes.
Outside of
She
her
needs to
child.
find who Shakira is.
And that's going to be hard. It's really hard for moms, especially first time around moms, to, you know, especially dealing with her. It's hard enough for us who don't have trauma, but it's really going to be hard for someone who has to feel like they have to protect their child at all costs to be an individual. So she's dealing with a whole lot of different things that hopefully I pray she gets through. Definitely pray she gets through. So where are we at now?
Not y'all seeing everything.
It's just a little laundry. We get
it.
Yeah. So who's next?
Let's talk about these dates. So the guys were prompted by Tommy to have some romantic dates because these niggas is not romantic. Can we talk about that? Is that a Miami thing? What is going on?
And I don't still feel like they got the clue.
Mm-mm.
I don't feel like they still got it because, like, what romance did we see?
I would say LJ attempted with his salsa thing because, you know, typically those kind of dances, yeah, like people see that as romance, but yeah, for the most part, it's still lacking for me. How was the jumping on the trampolines romantic? Please. But anyways, the first day I think was between Samson. No,
it was
yeah.
It was LJ and what's the name went first? LJ.
That was the first one?
Mm-hmm. LJ Shakira went first.
No, Charisse.
Charisse, not Shakira. That's who.
Charisse. Why are you here? I don't understand. I don't get it.
Charisse, everybody is not her type, but yet it's still.
I don't understand why she is here.
My thing about Charisse is like, we're still sitting here like, girl, did you not see how she would not even engage in conversation with LJ? LJ was pulling. He's like, trying to get something.
And she's like, well, I want you to try. Okay, but like, I feel like this was a good initiative from him. Like, this was a good, you know, and so help him out. He's trying to get to know you. He's trying to get to say like, what do you like or whatever. And I'm of the same belief of like, I don't want to just feed you how to please me. Like, I want you to actually like kind of work for it. But I feel like he had already done a little bit of the legwork in the beginning. Like, girl, give him some kind of something. Like, I don't know.
There's nothing to talk about because nothing happened. Besides the fact that she trusted him a little bit on that dance floor, which is why they end up dancing really smooth, because she was, you know, she couldn't really get it. And so he was like, let me lead you. And then she, you know, they was dancing, they got the little dip, and that was cute. And then when we get to the conversation, it's like nothing. And I'm just like, you're wasting everyone's time at this point, Charisse. And even though Zoe was absolutely wrong for the way he handled you, he was absolutely right about your being fake. Like, it is.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, yeah. Why did you think I didn't think that?
So.
I think that this is the thing. I don't think that she's being fake by trying. I think that she's trying her best with what she has because that's the process. In that sense, I don't think it's fake. But I do feel like when it comes to Zoe, Zoe picked up on the fact that it wasn't genuine. And that's okay too, because it wasn't genuine. She's just trying something new. She knows that it's not something that she really wants, but she's still trying something new. So in that case, two things is true. She's trying something new, so it's not really fake, but she's genuinely not really feeling him. So it does come off fake to him.
Yes. Okay. That I agree. Definitely. Like Jay said, she's faking interest. Absolutely. But when he was calling her fake at the time, he couldn't really articulate. So I was like, I'm gonna need him to explain, because to be honest, I think that's just really who she is. And a lot of us aren't taking to her because that's who she is. Like, she not being fake. That's her. That's her.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Like, her personality is not fake, but the fake interest. It is fake. Yeah. You know, she doesn't see it for these guys, and that's clear. But I also feel like a part of her is like, I'm gonna at least try, because obviously the guys I've been with haven't been working. So I'm gonna at least try, but I really don't see it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you there.
They said she's been at the bottom 3 times already. She gotta go. She's probably next.
No, truly, she's got to go. I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired. Like she gives me the same vibe as Justice. It seems like they don't really want to put in that effort. I'm like, you're on a date with somebody and they're asking, I don't know, maybe, I don't, you should try.
The only
Go
reason
home.
she stayed is because Samson saved her.
Yeah.
Samson,
And you know what? I have to give
breathed
Samson
easy
credit
when she was
because
down. And
if it were me, Samson is a long-suffering man because it can never be me.
with Sharice?
Yeah. The way that she treated him on their first encounter, that would have been enough for me. I'm not waiting for a second impression. I'm sorry.
But you're forced into this dynamic. So I guess he's like, I might as well. And
but
then,
there's 9 other people to explore. Sharice didn't have to be one of them.
look,
She didn't.
Look, if he could get another vote, I'm for it because I want Samson to stay for a little while. Okay.
I like him. No, I like him. I like him.
Me too. He's one of the better ones out of all of them.
Facts. So let's talk about his date with
Brandy.
He had a date with Brandy, and he also had a date with Sharice, right? This episode?
He didn't. Well, he sat down and talked with Sharice at the skating rink.
Oh, the group date. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So talk about Brandy.
One thing about Samson that I really like is that even though he gives all the women a gift, I think they're very unique to each person. And I love it shows that he's listening. It shows that he's attentive. And that he's actually he has intentions with things he's doing. He's just not bringing them regular flowers to everybody. Like the whole, when he brought her what was it, Shakira, the oil or the lotion or something, it was because of, how the things that she liked or something like that. Him by bringing her the notebook so she could create her memoirs while she traveled. It's very specific to the person. And I genuinely like that because it just shows that you're not copying and pasting like what's the name from that other season where we just keep doing the same thing for everybody. Corey.
Yeah.
So I like that about him. And then to know that his most romantic date was like going to Paris and like getting a table in the Eiffel Tower. It was like,
no, I'm vibing with Samson. I'm still confused why in the beginning he was like, and what?
He wears a size 13 in skates.
Okay, girl, you married, by the way. You married. Remember that. Okay. I'm single. So hey, what's good? Currently kind of like blurry single, but like don't worry about that. This legally single, don't worry. Hey, minor details. I do like the fact that every gift is personalized, and I think who was the girl who was upset about it? Was it Kadian who didn't like the gifts thing? I'm like, maybe you're just upset that it was who?
I think it was Brandy who said it.
Was it Brandy?
It was. She was like, you can't be giving everybody a gift. And Shakira was like, I like my gift. And I was like, Shakira, shut up.
Whoever was upset about the gift, I think you're missing the point. He's not doing it just to be like, I get a different vibe from him than I do from LJ. I feel like LJ, the too friendly thing is absolutely true. I think he wants to be the number one guy for all the girls. But like, if it's not
blurry single, we need this definition.
Hey, this is not the life for that. We will talk at another
time.
Okay, at another time. And it's the same guy. If you are subscribed to my channel, you already know it's the same guy we've been talking about for a year. I think that with Samson, especially considering the fact that at the beginning of the season he said, I don't pursue women who don't pursue me. I was expecting him to have the demeanor of Justice, but the fact that he has been listening to these women, he's been attentive, he gives you the benefit of the doubt. He, I'm not gonna lie though, he has been kind of losing me lately because wasn't he the one basically saying he loves Black women because they understand the struggle and whatever like that? And then today he was talking about his greatest love was with the Dominican girl. I was just like, something's kind of shifting for me with him, but for the most part, he's still in my good books. I can't exactly pinpoint what the shift is, but there's a shift happening in my mind, but I still like him.
Well, the shift went for me from not being too sure to actually liking him. Because at first, like you said, all the things he was saying was giving me pause. I'm like, you want someone to been through the struggle, you want someone like this, and and then now I'm at this point where I'm like, okay, I can see something. I see a different side of him, or maybe the guys around him are all so trash that he stands out that much.
All that glitters is not gold, though, Chloe. Come on now.
I'm saying maybe that's what it is, though. I'm not like maybe that's what's happening because like it feels like you have to pick someone, right? So if you're gonna pick anyone out of this bunch, that's probably who I would pick.
Yeah. Yeah, he wants Black women to struggle past. Yeah, yeah, that part still weighs on me. I cannot lie to you, but he's been a merciful dater because, like I said, with Charisse, it would have been a done deal. First impression. I don't give a
What
damn.
about the dating you like?
No, not this time around. That first encounter that he had with her, where she was on her phone the entire time or whatever. Like, no, you don't remember that?
Something about Jane. What did you say? Something about Samson doesn't feel genuine just rehearsed. Could be.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this last episode, something was a shift for me, but I don't know what it. Maybe Sandra is feeling the same thing that I'm feeling, but I can't necessarily pinpoint it. Now he's a spinster, child.
Well, we got more episodes, so eventually everyone shows their true colors.
Now he's a spinster. He's past the age of marriage. Damn. Aren't we all technically? Yeah. I don't really have much else to say on him. I would just be rambling at this point.
Yeah. Let's go to that was that date, right? Let's go on his. Did we talk about? We did talk about both his dates, right? Let's get to Well, let's get to Brandy and Mike since we talk about Brandy, right? Let's go into Brandy and Mike. Y'all want to do Randall and Jamala? All right,
let's save them. No. Let's save them. Let's just talk about Brandy. Quick, get it out the way. Okay. Brandy, I don't even know why she's fooling herself, selling, thinking that she has connection with other people. We know she just wants to be with Mike, and that's unfortunate for her because Mike is about to play her like a dog, honey. Oh, he's about to dog the hell out of that woman. Poor thing. He is. What? Oh, poor thing. She unfortunately sets herself up in these situations where she does girlfriend title things without actually having the title, and she has really zoned in on Mike and isn't allowing herself to explore these other connections. She did say that, Samson did, go up a few notches, but we know where her heart truly is. So I hope she's prepared to be heartbroken. That's all.
Brandy is a weird one to me. So this is my thing. Brandy said she's never been in a serious relationship because the guys have never been serious about her, this, that, and other. I think that's kind of strange because she's a woman of a particular age to have never been in a serious relationship. There's one thing to but that also threw me off because she said her last relationship, if I'm not mistaken, she found out that she was in a relationship and he wasn't.
Yeah, so that's her thing. That's the cycle that she's in. She does girlfriend stuff, like she has this commitment for people who haven't committed to her, and then she finds out, I'm not your girl.
We're seeing it right now with Mike, right?
Exactly.
Okay, but then she sits there and says, she says in a confessional, I don't know what I'm gonna do with Mike and Samson both right here, like how I'm gonna handle this. But then she's sitting there eating grapes, getting cherries out of freaking Mike's hand, and right there. And I'm like, girls, who was you lying to, and about what, and for what?
Yeah, she didn't give that man not a chance whatsoever. Him and whoever he was talking to, was it Kayla? They had to remove themselves because it was so awkward.
Looney.
Like they were just so. Oh, was it Looney? Yeah,
you're
right.
Looney and Samson.
It was. They were all just loved up there, and I'm just like, girl, allow your, I rarely say explore the process because people then use that to be whatless in this show. But for Brandy, immerse yourself in the process, babe. There are however many other connections to explore. Even if it's not your typical thing, just give it a try because you're doing the same thing that has led you to be at this particular age, not having a serious relationship. You're doing it again.
Can I be a little bit like devil's advocate right now? Like,
Go
so
ahead. I
what
love Brandy, so you could
what
advocate for her any day.
what if Brandy is the girl that make Mike change his ways? I say this only because even like I feel like, and it could all be game. Y'all hear me out. It can definitely all be game, and I'm really pretty sure most of it's game. But I'm just gonna play devil's advocate for a little bit. When he was talking about how he didn't want kids, but then she was saying she want kids, and he was like, "Well, I guess we're gonna have 3 or 4 kids, whatever, right?" Then he was saying she gives me butterflies all in my stomach, and she's this and that. I feel like the way he talks about her sometimes, and it could definitely be for show, it could definitely be for TV, and it definitely
It
be at
is.
face value, right? But I can say that what if, because you know how they say it takes that right girl for that right man, and then everything it just gets, that's it. What if she's that right girl for that right man? And now I'm not saying this is it, but what I'm just saying is what if?
Chloe.
Y'all know I had to do it. I had to do it.
And I hear you. And I hear you. I don't like the back and forth that he was doing because I feel like he's saying what needs to be said in order to win Brandy. But when it comes time to fulfilling all those promises that he promised her, I feel like he's going to come up short. So I don't like that. Just be who you are from the jump. That's number one. Number two, if she really was that girl, yes, cap, cap, all caps. If she really was that girl, you're not gonna make me look like Boo Boo the Fool the way that he did at that little um dinner situation thing. Because
No,
now I
that,
have to watch you
mm-mm,
have this intimate moment with this woman, and I'm just here like, okay, hold on, was everything that I was experiencing just a farce? Like, what's happening here? Is your connection with her stronger? And like, it seems like where he wants to be is with Kayla, because he said with Brandy it makes sense, but with Kayla, that's where he's excited.
mm-mm.
And I'm just like, then leave Brandy alone, because you're going to go and chase that exciting thing, and you're probably going to realize the more practical option was the better option. But it's just, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Can I say what
I
I
don't
think
like it.
about him standing up with Kayla?
Mm,
Oh, so I mean, we could get into the date and get into that too, but I feel like based on a date that he had with Kayla, and based on the way that he approached Kayla at that dinner,
mm-hmm.
he is definitely telling Kayla a lot of sweet nothings.
Absolutely.
He stood up with Kayla because he didn't want Kayla to go ahead and spill all the tea. He didn't want her to say, "You're telling me this, you're doing this, and you're doing this, but you're over there with Brandy." Da, da, da. That's why when she stood up with him, she said, "I need some reciprocation." Like I feel like she had he intimidated her to pull some of that back because he's keeping her for the vote. I
See, but
think they
here's the
got
thing,
a lot
Chloe.
of
Here's the
underlining
thing.
stuff. Go ahead, I'm listening.
I agree with you. And that's what makes the situation with Brandy so much worse. Because then you're really making me look like Boo Boo the Fool. Because I don't know what you're trying to intercept when you're doing that. All I see is the man that I'm connecting with having
Mhm.
this seemingly intimate moment in front of not only the other people that they're dating, but even Tommy himself, who does add advice. So I don't care what the reason was. You're making me look stupid. I don't
Yeah.
like that. I don't
Well,
like that. So whatever he did, whatever his intention was, that's a separate conversation. But if
mhm.
I was Brandy, I'd look at that and I'd be offended. I
Oh, she
really would.
was. She definitely was because she was like, what's happening? Y'all getting married? Like, is this a wedding?
Yeah, I'd be like, no, now you're making me look stupid, and I don't like that.
But she didn't understand. See, this is why I'm like, he's slick. So I definitely feel like he's playing games,
No,
but
yeah.
he's definitely telling Kayla a whole lot of nothing. He
Mm-hmm.
is feeding that girl down. You cannot tell me he is not feeding her down with all of it because they've been talking and everything, and she's feeling some type of way because he's not giving her that same
You
attention.
think she's feeling some type of way though?
I think so.
I don't think so.
You don't
I
think so?
think she's I think she's equally as much of a player as he is.
You think so?
And so because both of them have met their match, that's why they both want to not be vulnerable. They're both like, well, who's gonna fall first? You gonna fall first so that I can have the upper hand? Am I gonna fall first and then you're gonna have the upper hand? I think they've met each other's match and they kind of like this like competitive, like may the best heartbreaker win kind of situation. I don't think she's as bummed as she's making it seem. I think she's like, dang, like you're on the same game that I'm on, and you're not going to beat me. How dare you?
Not they on the same game. So you don't think how she feel about Randall is real?
I don't think she likes anybody in this process. Not for longevity. I think she likes being entertained. And she even said that before. Like she loves the multi-dating thing. And I don't even demonize multi-dating. But even with Mike, he was saying like, you got 3 other men's lips on, or maybe it was 2, I don't know. Other men's lips on your lips. I don't want to kiss that. Like he peeps her game, she peeps his, and they're trying to see who's going to concede first. Exactly, Jen Lu. Game meets game.
Maybe that's why she kissing everybody.
Because then you saw how Jamala's look at all that little meant so much to her. It meant so much to Jamala. But Kayla don't give a damn. She can kiss friggin' Tommy for all she cares. She don't care.
See, I didn't think about it like that. Now I'm looking at it different, but I really feel like she kind of likes him because
she might, but I think it's rooted in competition.
You think it's rooted in competition?
Yeah.
But why? If she already knows that he's definitely going for Brandy.
Because you want that thing that you can't get, Chloe. You want that thing that you can't get.
But this is the thing, because when she got up there, she was like, I feel like I need some reciprocation. Like, if I'm gonna do this, then you need to do this.
Because if he falters first, then she's like, I got him. Look at me. I'm that girl. If you can be the one to play the player, oh, you won. You won.
So you think
she's asking for reciprocation? Hey. She's asking for all of this. Why isn't she offering it up first so that it can be given back to her? She's not giving it either because she doesn't want to be the one to concede first. It's a game for these two. Come on, man. Come on.
Hey, actually, RV, she said yes. Magic Mike is a pudding from the Himalayas.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Definitely, I don't like the way he intimidated her. I don't like how he got up in her face to try to get her to be quiet. And I felt like he knew that she was going to say something that was going to mess up his game with Brandy. And that's why he went up there and did that the way he did it. Because that was his way of trying to get her to bring it down. Be careful what you say. I'm right here in your face. Don't disclose anything that don't need to be disclosed. That's what he was doing to her. I ain't like it.
I can see that. I can see that for sure.
Yeah. Who we talking about now?
Let's talk about Jamala. Ooh.
Tell me if it looked like I say I love you. Look.
Okay, hold on. Girl.
I'm trying to say olive juice.
You know, I'm pretty good at reading lips, so all I see is olive juice. But I could see, like, if you weren't intently looking, then you could be like, did he just say I love you? Oh my gosh. Also, this is sad, Jamala. I'm so sorry, girl. You simping. I'm a simp too. I don't even shame you, but girl, you simping over the wrong man. Randall is not the one.
No.
She is simping hard over this man. If he is the right one, this is not the right time to be giving all that she's giving. Not now. He's not there yet. He is still playing the field and all that stuff. No, poor Jamala. I agree. I think she's setting herself up for failure with this one.
He was a smooth one though. Bye smooth. She said, "Can you see the falling in love with me?" He was like, "That was the point of the labels, right?" I said, "Not the point of the labels." I loved it. I don't know why, but I loved it. I was like,
Grace Bay, literally, I feel the same way. I feel like Randall is soaking up this attention that maybe doesn't typically happen in this way for him. This is not to say he doesn't get attention. He doesn't get, women. But I think this full on, I want you, I need you, maybe it's a little bit foreign. So he's soaking it up a little bit.
I think it's definitely too early for her talking about falling in love and stuff like that. I think it's too early. And
And she genuinely asked him as if he was going to say, yeah, I am falling in love with you. Like, she really thought that was going to come out of his mouth.
But that's why I was like, and it took me back too. But she said that it's an inside joke between them two when it comes to the olive juice, as if they've been talking like this for a while, which is
I don't know.
explain why she feels the way she feels.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it'll only end in tears.
Do y'all want some tea really quick? I can drop some tea. Okay. So I don't know who makes it to the end all the way. Okay. And I don't know if they made it to the end or not. But I do know that Jamala threw that candle in the trash the other day on Instagram.
That's what I said. It'll end in tears. Didn't I just say that? It will end in tears. That's please.
But this was just the other day. This was just the other day. So I don't know if they made it.
She probably just posted it now, but it probably happened a while ago.
But what if they made it to the end and they just broke up?
Child, all I know is I knew it would end in tears because she set herself up for failure with that man. That man is not serious about her. I'm telling you, the face she made after that little peck, I said, oh, she's gone. She is gone. The poor woman is gone.
She gave you that thank you that I give my husband after you know what. Thank you.
She is lost in the sauce. Poor thing, because he's not going to do right by her. He's not. That doesn't surprise me at all that she threw away that candle. Poor thing. I wish she would have gave somebody else a proper try because he was never going to be the one. It was never going to be him.
Oh. But we don't know. Maybe we get to see a love story unfold.
Chloe, like I get it, you're married, like black love, I understand. Like,
remember Donovan and Carmen?
But like, I need to start being realistic sometimes, okay?
Did you forget about Donovan and Carmen? How they love, just like it's we grew in front of our face. You don't remember how we just popped up and grew in front of our face, and then they stayed together.
And where are they now?
And then they broke up. Maybe this could be them. Like this could be the love evolving in front of our face, and then they broke up. Maybe.
And I'm not even a pessimist. I'm truly a hopeless romantic. Truly, I am. But no.
And he came with his hoochie daddy shorts once. Who girl, she was eating it all up.
I don't see the intrigue. I really don't. I don't see it for Randall.
But I'm not gonna hold you.
It's not even type. Like I just don't see it. Like even for me, like a Samson is not my type, but I could see how you would be drawn to somebody like him. I don't see it for Randall. I don't.
Well, I don't feel like we know enough about him.
Okay,
so that's
Chloe.
Like we don't know enough about him yet, but he got all the women's. So he obviously doing something right.
He got Jamala, who I feel like maybe she thinks this is her last chance at love. Trinika, who's also a player. She's damn friendly with everybody. And Kayla, who's also a player. So does he have all the women, Chloe? Does he? All
he
right.
got most of them.
The most of the ones that aren't serious. That's who he has. The unserious ones. That's why I'm saying I think he's really soaking up the attention. But if he was to look carefully, even those women are not into him. Like really his best bet would be with Jamala. But unfortunately, he's gonna screw it up because he's soaking up the moment and he's gonna miss. Nah, them girls ain't serious about you. It's Jamala.
So how do you think it's gonna play out for them? So like
tears. It'll end in tears.
Not tears. But who do you think he would pick?
I think it's going to be like the whole, and I hate to compare them because they physically look alike, but their storylines are also similar. What was his name with Liz?
Oh, Jason.
Yeah, I think it's going to be that kind of situation. He really does want the hot girl, the whatever, like the Kayla, the Trinika, but he's going to settle for the sweet, more docile, more, full on, I like you kind of person. But then he's going to realize he ain't even want that in the first place because now look at Liz. Poor thing. Jamala, y'all going to be in the same boat. Hopefully we'll see a little collaboration from y'all two to share about your woes of dealing with these men that happen to look alike. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Wait, let me ask this one question, right? One question. So when Mike said that Brandy is like, I forgot what he said about her, but he said that Kayla was the video fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think he meant that?
Well, I said it like Brandy's the more practical option, whereas Kayla's where he's excited. To me, if you're going to go to excitement, go over there. Don't fool around with me. Because I'm not going to be waiting around on the sidelines for you until all your excitement is over, because it does end at some point unless there's a balance. So yeah.
If you was Kayla, would you find that disrespectful?
If I was Kayla, hell no. Kayla loves Chloe. This girl is a player. She knows it and she loves it. She's okay with it. Like, she's okay with it. She does not. You think of me as a video vixen, baby? Let me show you what a vixen can do. I 1000% think that that's what Kayla is on. Truly.
Okay.
But anyways.
Okay. Who we forget?
Yeah, I was gonna say, who the hell is this Patrick?
I don't know, but I blocked him. You get blocked. My block game is strong. I'm like Ariana Curry over here, just blocking people.
I don't even know the full story about that, but just seeing you guys go on live talking about these people is hilarious.
She's the black queen out this piece. But no, who we forget?
On the skating day, who was on it? Oh, let's talk about Katie and Swayze.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't want to go.
All right, settled. Okay, cool. All right.
Okay. So based on a date,
Yep.
I feel like, oh God, I feel like Swayze. I feel like Kaden wants to get to know Swayze a lot deeper, and he's still in his have fun phase. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just gonna run. My phone is dying, but I'm listening.
Go ahead. I'll keep talking. I feel like he just wants to what's my thoughts? I'm trying to get my thoughts together, y'all, because them two right there. Yep, them two. I feel like she wants a deeper part of him. Like, she wants to know more about him. She wants an in-depth part of him, but he's still being a lot more surface, and it's mainly because of his job. So he's his job is very intense. So he always wants to be fun and have fun and stuff like that. And now that she's trying to get a deeper, in-depth part of him, it's hard for him to go there because he doesn't want to be serious. So even when he's trying to tell her like what I like about you, he's like, I like this, I like that, and you eat a lot. I like this, and you talk a lot. Like, he still can't even. He got to still make it a joke. He still got to add in some type of fun. And
know what though? I can't fully blame him on that though.
I don't blame him.
Because I think Kaden set the precedent for their relationship to be that kind of playful, throw jab. Oh, there's a plug right here. What the hell? And so now that he's doing what their relationship was based on, she's kind of annoyed because, like you said, she wants the deeper parts of him, but it was established on the wrong things. It was established on, like, basically they're both the outcasts or whatever. There's a sexual attraction between the two of them, but like, is there actually any substance? We don't know. Like, even at the archery day, it was all jokes between the two of them. So I wouldn't be surprised that he's just keeping up the same energy, and now she's acting up, and then he's like, hey, what the hell? Yeah. Like, what?
I don't know. I feel like she wants a more in-depth, but something happens between next week because he stormed out and she went chasing after him. And I think he said something like he never dated a black girl or something like that, right?
Yeah.
We gonna have to see how this turns out. This should be interesting.
Me being in Miami though. That's why, like, when what's his name brought up Dominican, and I know there's a conversation on our Dominicans background. That's not what I'm trying to open up, but I kind of was like, him bringing up the fact that his greatest love was Dominican and he wants a black woman because of the struggle. Colombian, you're right.
Colombian.
I was just like, some of these men, it's giving this is their first black woman, but I don't know. We'll see.
Well, we already know that Zoe allegedly had a girlfriend and she wasn't black. It's giving Frank vibes. Is that what it's giving?
And you know what? And it's not a problem.
It's not.
Truly. If anybody follows my personal life, you know, listen, hey, you know. But it's just kind of like irritating when the show is supposed to be about one thing and then we found out we're not even your type anyway. Like it's just, I don't know, it's kind of like, why are you wasting our time?
Right. I feel like if that's your preference by any means, that's perfectly fine. If you prefer a different culture or a different race or whatever, that's fine. But don't come on a black love show and you never dated black women and this is your trial. Like give it a try.
We are not your trial.
Like by any means, sir, you can date whoever you want, but don't make this the trial run for the black girls. Like, no, we don't want that. Exactly. Don't come on. Like, pick a side. I mean, it's fine if you want to be, you know, date multiple races and stuff like that, but don't never have not dated a black girl ever. And then all of a sudden you want Ready to Love on a black dating show and you never dated anyone black. That don't even make sense to me. Now it's one thing to date different races. Like I dated white, I dated, Indian, I dated Mexican, like whatever.
Miami, like it's Miami.
I don't know. Did we miss anybody?
I don't think we did, but I thought that whole dinner situation that Tommy was doing, I get the intention behind it, but I thought it was stupid.
It was messy as F.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I think happened. I think that because the Truth or Dare game stirred up a lot, Tommy was trying to do something similar, but in a different way. If you notice, he's throwing different curveballs than his normal curveballs. So I think this whole dinner was supposed to be one of those things where it's like, let's stir up some mess to give the people something to talk about. And that's exactly what he did.
That failed. I didn't like it. Like it would have been one thing if it was like let's actually flesh out the different connections that we have going on, but it turned into like a bashing session. And I'm like, I don't see how this is conducive for relationships here. Like, doesn't make sense.
It is like and I honestly don't. I feel like they would have been better off playing a game of Truth or Dare than this, because like, what did we really get down to the bottom of? You have what's his name talking about some Looney. You have Looney yelling out, I think Swayze thinks I have the cooties because he doesn't answer my phone call. Like, we don't need this. We didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
If you're gonna give us anything, give us what we've been saying we liked from past seasons. Every time they play Truth or Dare, it always goes good. Keep that in the mix. Because obviously this whole dinner, it just turned into Shakira crying. Like, and we didn't care. Like, I'm tired. Like, we're over it.
Yeah.
I think he got the idea from last season. Remember when he had brought them all together and it was like Paul and Nakia and all of them in that room and everybody started talking about their dates. I think that's what he was trying to get to, but it didn't go over well.
But the problem is, like, we're tired of these like curated stuff. Like, even with the dates, like the people that get chosen to go on dates, it's always weird to watch because you know that the interest is not there, So I feel like you're saying, Truth or Dare might have been better, especially if it was an organic situation. They're already there. They're probably drinking. They want to have fun. Let them expose their own connections on their own. Let's sit down and talk about no.
Yeah.
No.
First of all, that's the problem with Tommy. These are grown people. You telling grown people to be romantic. You telling grown people to talk about their differences. Like, these are grown.
You telling grown people to go and fetch a phone number. Is that not the basics?
Like, this is not junior high. This is not dating 101. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, are we all not ready for love? Like, everybody need to go home and start over. I agree. Everybody just go home and start over. Do cast me, please.
But that's the thing. Apparently, they're going to do a second Miami season. Personally, I'm not even interested.
Oh God, it's going to play right after this one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hopefully they're better.
I don't want it.
I don't want to knock them down just yet.
No, I don't want it. Truly, like this, like I'm telling you, like I tell my subscribers this all the time. Ready to Love for me, when I first joined, it truly was to watch Black, mature, established individuals find love. Like I love that idea. And now
let me go run to get my charger. You can finish talking. I'm just gonna run and get my charger.
Sure. now it feels like, so Chloe and I were talking before we went on live, and it feels like the show has turned into a money grab. But even with the whole money grab of it all, it's not super, super enticing. So it's like, if you're going to go for the salacious storyline, at least make it very intriguing, at least get us excited and all this stuff. Don't have these curated fights or these curated connections that we can't necessarily like really believe. Either go back to the authenticity of what the show was supposed to be, or do the full on drama thing and make it worth it. Because whatever this is, trying to play up in our faces that you guys are actually looking for genuine connections and then giving us this drama that feels very contrived, I feel like you're wasting our time. I really feel like they're wasting our time. Somebody said, when I lived in Miami, I'm more foreign. People tried to date me. Oh, yeah. I could see that. Yeah, the Miami vibe definitely, like, unfortunately, the reputation with a place like Miami is like player, hot girl summer, city girls type of thing. So even when the season started, I was not expecting anything serious, and it's unfortunate that that is coming true because I'm uninterested. Yeah.
Oh, me too. And it's not even, you want to know something? Honestly, because I'm a messy girl, I'm fine with like, if we're going to lose the concept completely, you know what I mean? At least make it entertaining.
That's what I was telling them. I was telling them before we went live, like, if you're going to do the salacious thing, like, really go for it.
Go for it. Like, if you're not going to be genuine love, yeah. If it's not going to be genuine love, at least give me some real entertainment.
Okay.
Like, give me something, because at this point, we're not getting genuine love or real entertainment. We're just like, yeah, this is happening.
Yeah.
You're giving us people like Justice. We don't want him. We didn't ask for this. No one asked for him. Like, you're giving us like just people like Devin. You don't even take care of your kids. Like, sir, why are you here? Like, what's happening here? Like, if you're gonna give us something, if you're gonna give us, you know, if you're not gonna give us real love, give us real entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's like Love and Hip Hop. You know, it's like all scripted and everything, but it's so freaking ratchet. You just love it, you know? Like, I'm fine with that.
No, literally, like, and Shanita said, the revelation of folks having girlfriends, babies on the way. Like, it's so remember that resort season, even though I feel like the resort was kind of going on the way that we like a little bit more.
Yeah.
The fact that there was a woman on there with child, and then a man at the reunion who just had a child. I'm like,
but that's what I mean by, but that season was pure entertainment. See, there's one thing, like, even though we knew like couples was like faking it to make it or whatever, it was still good for TV. So if we're not gonna have real love, give me something good for TV, or give me something to at least talk about so we could be in the comments like blah 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 blah. Like, even reviewing a show or even having a live chat about it should be, and you know, something to key about. It's just like we ain't really got much to key about. Like,
even like, I think that's what they were trying to do with the whole fight from the last episode. Honestly, I was more embarrassed watching it. I'm like, is this what we're doing?
Wait, who was fighting last time?
What are their names now?
Somebody was fighting?
Alonzo and Charisse.
Oh, the argument?
Yeah, I was more so embarrassed than like, ooh. Like, it didn't give me like, damn, here's the drama.
See,
like, I was embarrassed.
Because it was wrong. Like, there's one thing to have a spat. And I feel like if people are gonna have spats, it needs to be equal. It needs to be men, women, women. When it becomes like that, it becomes domestic, and that's not entertaining. That's abuse to a certain extent. So no one really wants to see that. You know what I mean? It's one thing to have a conversation about something we didn't see, and we could come up with assumptions and whatever the case may be, and it becomes a conversation, versus actually seeing something that's triggering to some, and then like it's totally different. It's like the whole Shiloh and Phil situation. We never saw it, right? Yeah. But we had a conversation about it. We was going like, everybody was picking a side was a conversation. But when you see something, it loses the whole whatever it is that they're trying to do, because now it's too intense for us. Like the girls going back and forth with Cherie saying this about the girl and that's different, because that's we can that's a tussle. Like the girls is tussling. That's cute, right? But when we go into like man and woman, is not equal. So that's when it becomes a problem for me anyway.
So before we go, because girl, it's been 2 hours, I haven't eaten.
My-
Just quickly, we don't have to get too deep into it because it was last episode. Who do you think was in the wrong first? Because they were both in the wrong. But who do you think was in the wrong first?
Okay, so I broke it down my last review.
Okay.
They were both having a conversation. They were both expressing how they felt about each other. Zoe was wrong when he started yelling, "It's your shot, it's your shot," because they were in the middle of a conversation. She said she felt some type of way. He said, "Well, I feel like you're fake." She said, I don't feel like I'm being fake. I feel," and he was like, "It's your shot, it's your shot." While she was still in the same tone that they've been in the same conversation that they was in, she was having the conversation, and he started yelling at her, "It's your shot, it's your shot," and then everything from that moment escalated.
See, I think things went left even prior to that.
I think that they were having an argument and a disagreement, which is perfectly fine.
No. I'm even saying before they went off to play the pool.
Yeah.
I feel like seeing that Zoe was on 10 upon arrival, Charisse should have had the wherewithal to say, "Hey, the typical me who likes to poke and prod, not today. Not today." That is not to absolve Zoe of his actions, but I feel like you being like, "Oh, let's barbecue him. Why?"
But I don't even think it was that serious because, like, she whispered it to the girl, like, "Barbecue him."
But
but it wasn't like she was like, "Barbecue him, girl, barbecue him." You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I feel like it was like an inside, and it wasn't like she said anything crazy, like barbecue. Like, first of all, you're a grown man. Are we really upset because she said barbecue you? And so, if you really felt like that, why even entertain the fact to go play pool with her?
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like even with her, if you saw that he was on 10 like that, even prior to y'all going and playing pool, and you know you're not really interested in this man, why are you going to indulge? Like, I feel like they were both playing in her face. Like, y'all know you don't want to do this. Like, well, I don't know what's happening here.
But that's what I'm saying. If you look at the conversation, she was asking him, "So where are we? What are we doing? Where do we stand? I feel like you haven't been reaching out to me. You haven't been calling me ever since." He said, "Well, I feel like you fake. I feel like this and that and the other." Conversation, which is fine because they need to have that conversation if they at one point were supposed to be connected, right? That's fine. You feel like this, I feel like that. It is what it is. But if we're having a conversation, you don't start yelling at me. That's like me and you right here, right? And I'm like, "No, because such and such," and you like, "Yeah, and we're having a disagreement, which is fine."
Yeah.
And then in the middle of you talking, I'm like, "No, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet." You'll be like, "Who are you talking to?" Right?
Girl, the way my eye just went straight to that little lead, but I said, "Oh," and I'm like,
But
"Oh,
that's
she's
what I'm
playing
saying.
role play." Like my mind went straight to, "Oh, we fighting? What's happening?"
But that's what I'm saying, because that's what he started basically yelling. It's
You're
your
right.
shot, telling her to shut up. That's what it was. It was basically like, "Shut up. It's your shot. It's your shot." And then that's when everything escalated. I feel like they needed to have that conversation because he felt some type of way. She felt some type of way. Let's talk it out. Let's agree to disagree and let's move on. But you're not going to shut me up.
I think it's because I'm the type of person where if I walk into a room and I already feel like the vibe is off, I remove myself. Like I'm just not that kind of, I'm very conflict averse. I will have conflict if it's necessary, but I'm very conflict averse. I'm like, if somebody's on 10, like it even goes with like my family. If I see that my brother is on one, I'm like, I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow because I don't have the time to deal with that today. So maybe that's why I kind of see it.
Probably.
Even engage him, but absolutely when he started piping up, nope.
Yeah. But I think that you got to remember they're filming too, right? So it's not like your regular everyday interaction.
Yeah.
You're on a dating show with people that you're dating, connecting with, you're having a conversation. So that's fine. But also for me, I'm a little bit of that girl that's like, I want to have a conversation. So we gonna have this conversation. What you got to say? Because I got some things to say too. That's why when he was like, "I feel like you're being fake," she was like, "And what about you? I feel like this," and that's fine.
Yeah.
The conversation is fine. It's when you started to escalate it by trying to shut me up. Now I feel some type of way.
He's gone. She's gonna be gone real soon. So
yeah, I think she's next, and then Justin's next than her. I think.
Yeah, let's hope so. But this was good, Chloe. You guys, this is gonna be the way that it's gonna be because Married at First Sight, Ready to Love, I can't be bothered. But if I'm coming to talk to Chloe, then I'ma watch it.
So when I be in the DM, like, so did you watch yet? Don't be looking at me crazy.
When I took a nap today and then I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, the show, like, we're going live in about an hour and a half. I put the show on double speed.
Double speed? How do you even watch it to understand what's happening?
I mean, you saw me doing the commentary. Clearly, I understood enough. It's okay.
Girl, teach me your ways. Teach me your
There's
ways.
two shows. I need to just get through it and just keep it pushing. So yeah. No.
You're great because I'll be really like writing down all the notes. Because
I write notes too.
On 2x speed?
Yeah.
Oh, girl, teach me the ways. Teach me the ways. Because I'll be at home with on my laptop, like, pause.
I'm dead.
He said, and I'll be putting my thoughts in it and everything, like, pause.
Oh, no, we don't pause. Absolutely not. Listen.
You don't even pause?
No. That's
what kind of superpowers?
Baby, I'm a millennial. Our attention span is abysmal. Okay, so I need something to. Hey, you're not gonna have me sitting here for 2 hours. No, get to the point.
Oh, okay. But I appreciate you so much for coming to hang out with me. I had so much fun. You guys, please make sure you go and subscribe to Queen E's channel. The link is pinned at the top. I did pin it, right? I feel like I did.
I think you did. And if you're watching the replay on my channel, go and follow Chloe. Because if you're not, what's wrong with you?
I don't understand. Like, why wouldn't you? Okay. And if you're catching the replay back on my channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to Queen E and leave me some yellow hearts. Let me know that you stopped by. Like the chat out with some love. I appreciate you all so much. But we got to go because we got to eat and we got things to do. Okay. All right, y'all. Bye.